I want to share a really quick lesson with you guys that I've learned over the years. The most powerful thing that we can be is ourselves. The success on the other side of the scratch is the light. Scratching hard, clawing, digging, it's that mentality to really take advantage of every opportunity I have. My dad grew up tough, hard. My dad was on his own when he was 13 years old. It's hard to fathom, but what it does do, it just gives me a real perspective now that I'm older and a dad myself on the tough love that I got.
Dwayne Johnson rose to fame in WWE.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
And now a movie star. But growing up, he had it tough, and his father taught him to always work hard. He keeps the mentality that you have to earn respect on a daily basis, and he encourages others to hold on to faith and work hard daily. He's also a big believer in being yourself. Don't change who you are. Be authentically you. Remember to be kind and compassionate. Success won't matter if you're not a good person. On top of working hard, don't forget to take advantage of every good opportunity that comes your way. Dwayne Johnson is a perfect example of how hard work and determination can get you where you want to be.
Aloha from Hawaii. It's a beautiful Sunday here in the islands. I thought, let me take advantage of my one day off that I have. I walked this entire property, nice quiet walk by myself. Just found myself in a very deep and boundless state of gratitude in this beautiful Aloha spirit. But I also want to share something with you guys I think might be helpful to a few of you out there who are going through some hard times. A lot of you guys know I grew up here in Hawaii with my family where we struggled, man, like a lot of you guys out there. Struggled to pay the rent, hustled, doing everything we could to get by. You know you're getting your ass kicked when your rent is due by the week. We had a weekly rent. We couldn't even afford that. We eventually got kicked off the island. We got evicted. But what I want to tell you guys is, if you're going through some hard times, you got to hold on to that fundamental quality of faith and hard work, because on the other side of those hard times is something better, is a better life. You know, this life here, this was never my dream. My dream was, I just didn't want to be evicted anymore. So hold on to faith, keep working hard. Aloha. So because for years, and I know a lot of my friends, a lot of guys out there, there's a testosterone thing that just happens between sons and their fathers. And my dad was tough, but he only knew tough love. And it wasn't until I got older and I understood his hard road that he lived on why I was getting that tough love. So I'm grateful for it. But the thing that always sticks out to me that my dad would always say, and my dad would always get up before the sun came up, and he would get me up on weekends when I was like 5 or 6 years old. And I hated it. He would go down, and we would go down to the wrestling mats, and he would put a number on me, even when at that age. And he always said, look, no one's gonna ever give you anything, and respect will be given when you earn it, and you got to earn it every single day. You also understand that my dad was in professional wrestling in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. And at that time, especially in the 60s and the 70s, race tensions were incredibly high. And my dad was one of the first black wrestlers in the world of pro wrestling. And he wrestled in all these this is why we lived on the road. So he wrestled in Georgia and in Tennessee and all these little promotions where he became their first black champion. But still, he was their first black champion, but yet he couldn't go to the same bathroom, he couldn't eat at the same counter. So he went through incredibly hard times and always taught me to be proud of who you are, be proud of your races, and always work hard. I still see every opportunity that I have as like a little crack in the wall, a little scratch, and it's almost as if like every opportunity the scratch represents every opportunity. When I first got to Hollywood, they didn't know what the hell to do with me. I mean, I was this half black, half Samoan, 6'4", 275-pound pro wrestler. Well, you gotta be a certain way. You gotta drop some weight. You gotta be somebody different. You gotta stop working out. Stop doing the things that I love. You gotta stop calling yourself the Rock. What? I was miserable doing that, so I made a choice. And the choice was, I wasn't gonna conform to Hollywood. Hollywood was gonna conform to me. Here's the thing that I wanna share with you guys. That's not enough, because there's another side to being your authentic self, your true self. And that's the side that the magic is on. That's the side that's gold. And while yes, it's important to be yourself, you gotta recognize the joy and the responsibility of bringing everybody with you. You can hit that place That's when you become powerful, that's when you become influential, that's when you can have real global influence in a positive way. So that said, I leave you with this. When I was 15 years old, I heard a quote and I will never forget it, and I bring it with me everywhere I go, and it's ingrained in my DNA. The quote is this: it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.